All in all, coming off of what we had Wednesday and Thursday, you knew we were due to kind of average out temperature-wise and actually catch up on some precipitation as well. And really, we've really seen anything about a quarter to about 3/4 of an inch. Haven't had much more than that. But as far as our heaviest rain for the day, pretty much done. And here's why. As we drop down to the south, as it comes off the Red River right here, while it's moving up to the northeast, it's also progressing to the east. So we're just going to have a little bit of fallout here. Not going to be surprised if we don't see some additional rain that's generated in central Oklahoma that comes up our way. But once again, not looking at anything severe, and our precipitation numbers really kind of going to be minimal. Give you an idea of where the cold front has pushed through. This will kind of be the thing we pay attention to headed towards Saturday, and that's our dividing line right there. Just about made it through the central portion of the 4 states where we've got mid-40s now up in the far northwest compared to the high 50s. We're hanging on to a 60, excuse me, when we started the noon show, but everybody's starting to drop. The nice thing is it hasn't been one of those where we drop 30 degrees in the span of a couple hours. This is going to be an elongated affair that really we're not going to see the most substantial drop until we get past sunset at about 5 o'clock. 58 right now outside the mothership. The barometer is falling, and that's a good indicator when you see that wind shift right there, as it has progressed like dominoes straight through the 4 states. And once again, when we talk about the darker the color, the lower the pressure, so no surprise. The lowest pressure we see throughout the Midwest just happens to be hanging right over us. Here is that line that really at one point in time has regressed a little bit in South Texas, but did extend from the Rio Grande all the way through the 4 states. They do have winter storm warnings in the upper Midwest through portions of Iowa and Nebraska. Dry on the northeast coast. That's because they're the recipients of the ridge that we had when we set our record highs, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. We're kind of stuck right now in the good old-fashioned jet stream trough, and we're going to actually have that here for the next couple of days. Now, as this progresses towards the Mississippi tonight, not a whole lot on the backside of it for Saturday. Saturday is going to be cloudy, but really no weather concerns. However, that is going to change here a little bit by the time we get to Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday here real fast, because watch on the left-hand side of your screen. We're actually going to see a little snow begin to work in. Now, it's going to stay mostly to the southern portions of the 4 states. And remember, coming off of the temperatures that we had on Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be hard-pressed to see any of that stick around. Could see some accumulation on grassy areas, but here's why it won't be on our roads. Tanya, we talked about the 9th and the 10th. Well, the 9th, we just challenged record highs. The 10th, we broke them.
There we go.
Joplin, a new one. Pittsburgh, a new one. Chanute finishes second to 1939. Monette's got a new one. And Miami ties the December 10 record from 1975. So that's why we're good on the roads, but it's going to be a chilly weekend. And really, it's almost a taste of December that we're due for, seeing as what we had in the middle of this week.
Nah, I just hope this doesn't mean that when winter finally gets here, it's going to stick around forever. Because if we have a short winter, I'm not going to complain one bit.
We need to count ourselves lucky that we had December 9th and 10th, because no, we're not going to see that until 2021.
Okay, well, we'll take it. We took it. There we go.
Yes.
And now winter is coming. All right, thanks, Michael.